Tuesday, so new movies are coming to DVD, Blu-ray, and on demand. And here with Plummer's Picks is our producer and contributor, David Plummer.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Hey, everybody.
That last segment's a tough act to follow, so I hope you can sing.
I cannot sing as well as they can, that's for sure.
So we're in trouble.
Yes.
All right, well, you do have movies, and the first film we're talking about, a lot of people thought this would win Film of the Year when it first came out.
Yeah, well, not when it first came out, even when they first announced this movie, I think people immediately thought that this movie, Zero Dark 30, which is about the hunt for Osama bin Laden, was a lock for Best Picture.
Right.
Then it turned out the movie happened, the movie came out, everybody loved the film, and people thought it would still be a front runner, but then the director, Catherine Bigelow, did not get an Oscar nomination for Best Director, and the film itself did get a nomination for Best Picture. The actress, Jessica Chastain, got nominated for Best Actress, but they didn't win, so it kind of walked away a little empty-handed. I mean, it's a great film, though.
Yes. Especially
the last 30 minutes, when they actually go on the hunt, when they go to find him, you feel like you're right in it. It's one of the most intense 30 minutes you're ever gonna experience in a film.
Right, so. Right on the edge of your seat.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, well, what about the prequel to the Lord of the Rings trilogy?
Yes, The Hobbit. So this is based on J.R.R. Tolkien's books, obviously. And, you know, I'm not the hugest Lord of the Rings fan, but a lot of people are. I like this movie. You know, there's a lot of walking and then fighting orcs and whatever these other things are called, these monsters in the film.
And it's based on a true story.
Of course, yes, it's a documentary.
Yeah.
But you know, a good film, and of course the Lord of the Rings real true fans are all over this thing. But a great film from Peter Jackson. He's obviously a great director, and one that you should check out on demand this weekend if you can.
All right, so both of those have come out now. What about a foreign film that you wanted to recommend?
Yeah, it's called Rust and Bone. Now, a lot of people, you know, if they have to read anything on the screen, they're going to be turned away from a movie like this. But don't make that mistake. This is a great film about two people who come together in the midst of tragedy. It's a really heartfelt film. Marion Cotillard, who's an Oscar winner for La Vie en Rose a few years ago, is the female lead in this film. But just really a beautiful looking film. It's got a lot of heart, and it's absolutely worth your time.
Yeah. What's the premise there?
The premise is she's a woman who is a trainer at like a SeaWorld type of a place, and she goes through a terrible tragedy and loses her legs. He is a guy who is taking care of a young son that he wasn't prepared to take care of. They find each other basically in the midst of this tragedy in both of their lives, and you know, help each other through it. And it's a great film, a foreign film. You got to get past the subtitles, and you're gonna love it. And as a matter of fact, our friends at Sony Home Entertainment wanted to send our entire audience home with a copy of Rust and Bone.
All right. Nice gift. Thank you, Davey.
All right.
And I got to mention this, Chadwick Boseman, the actor from 42, that we are hoping is going to make it because we are a live show, and his flight got in this morning. He is on his way to the studio. We're hoping to have him after the break. Stay with us.